This video's key learning concepts are if statements, while loops, functions, for loops and lists. An if statement allows a computer to make decisions based on conditions. It checks whether a given condition is true, and if it is, it executes a specific block of code, otherwise, it moves on to the next part of the program. A while loop keeps doing something over and over again as long as a certain condition is true, and when the condition becomes false, the loop stops. Functions are a set of instructions that you create and give a special name to. Whenever you want the computer to perform those instructions, you just call the name of the function, and it follows the steps you wrote. A for loop is used to repeat an action for each item in a list or group. It's like a helpful assistant that saves time by doing the same thing automatically for each item. A list is a collection of items, and each item can be different. You can add, remove, or change items in the list easily. The Hangman game is similar to the Guess My Number game. There is a slight difference between the games that makes Hangman just a little bit more difficult. In Guess My Number, we created a main while loop that was always true. This meant that our game would keep on running until we added a break. In Hangman, we're going to create our main while loop with a condition. We want the game to be running only if the user is still allowed to attempt to guess. When the user runs out of chances, then we can add a break and end the game. We're going to import a library. Libraries are the toolboxes that have helpful code inside, created by other programmers and shared with everyone. The random library has functions that will randomly pick a number between a range of numbers. It's time to create our game function. We do this by writing def, which stands for a define. At the end you have a colon. When we press enter, the cursor will be tabbed inward. In these lines, we are defining a list variable and giving it the name words. To describe this variable as a list, we will use the square brackets. Inside these brackets, we add our list of words, and we do this by using single speech marks and then separating every item of our list with a comma. In the next line, we will now randomly pick a word from our list of words to use for our Hangman game. To do this, we will define a string variable and give it the name word. The first variable is a list variable and we will name it guess letters. This will be an empty list because when the user guesses a letter, we will save it in this variable. The next variable we will define will be named attempts. This will be the limited number of attempts we give the user. You can choose how many attempts you want to give the user. Now we are going to print out a friendly welcome message to our users. We do this by using the print function. Whatever message you want to print, don't forget to use double speech marks, otherwise it won't work. In the next line, we want to print the correct number of spaces of the word the user needs to guess. In this while loop, our condition is that attempts is greater than 0. This means that while the user still has attempts, keep the game going. The while loop will break when the user has no more attempts. Inside the while loop, we are going to define guess. This is the variable that we will use every time our user guesses a letter. We are now going to write our first if statement. Our condition will be that the length of the guess is not equal to 1. This means that if the user puts in more than one letter, we have to tell the user to please enter a single letter. This will help us make sure that the user is only guessing the letter and not the word. We use continue to get out of the if statement and move on down the code. Our next if statement will be used to figure out if the user has already guessed that letter. We do this by typing our condition as if the letter the user guessed is in our list of guessed_letters. If this condition is true, then we will let the user know that they already guessed that letter and try again. We use continue to get out of the if statement and move on down the code. Now that we know that the user has entered a single letter that they haven't used before, we're going to take that letter and add it to our list of guessed letters. In this if statement, our condition is that if the letter the user guessed is in the random word the computer picked out from our list of words. If our condition is true, then we'll tell the user they guessed correct. We will make a new variable and name it display word. This will be a string and it will have all the correct letters that the user guessed. Now that we know that the user has entered a single letter that they haven't used before, we're going to take that letter and add it to our list of guessed letters. We will now print out the letters that the user guessed correctly and the letters that they still need to find. This is our first if statement that will tell the program whether or not the game is over. In this if statement, our condition is if there are no more letters that need to be guessed, tell the user congratulations, you've won, and then break the while loop. This means that the game is over and the user has won. Inside this else statement, we are going to take 1 away from attempts. Every time the program reads this line, the number of attempts decreases by 1. Our condition was that the letter the user guessed is in the random word the computer picked out from our list of words. The else statement is when the condition is false. We will then let the user know that they guessed the wrong letter, and we will also let them know how many attempts they have left. Still inside the else statement, we are going to check if the user has run out of attempts. The condition of our last if statement is that attempts is equal to 0. We'll let the user know that they've run out of attempts and then reveal what the secret word was. We'll then add a break to let the computer know we won't leave the while loop and end the game. Finally, getting out of all the loops and backspacing all the way, we will now need to call our function Hangman. We do this by simply writing the name of our function with the brackets. There you have it. Thank you for watching.